We grow up believing our choices are our own. The way we speak, the career we chase, the relationships we accept, even what we think we deserve. It all feels personal, internal, natural. But the truth is heavier. Much of who we are was built long before we ever had a say. From the moment we're born, we enter a world where family, culture, school, religion, and society begin shaping us quietly, not through force, but through repetition, through expectations, through rewards and punishments, through subtle messages that tell us what is acceptable, normal, and worthy. This invisible shaping is what we call social conditioning, and it explains why so many adults wake up one day with a life that doesn't feel like their own. We learn early that approval equals safety. A child who speaks softly is called well-behaved. A child who questions too much is called difficult. A child who shows big emotions is told to calm down. And so children adapt, not because they want to, but because belonging feels like survival. Families teach us who we should become long before we understand who we are. Some children are taught to be tough, others to be quiet, others to be perfect. Some learn that achievement equals love. Others learn that love is conditional. Some learn that their voice matters. Others learn their voice creates problems. By the time we reach school, the lessons continue. Schools reward obedience more than curiosity. They reward memorizing over thinking. They teach us to sit still, follow rules, and keep up. We learn to compete instead of collaborate. We learn to hide our individuality when it doesn't fit the system. Slowly, we drift further from our inner selves and closer to the roles we're expected to play. As adults, we mistake these roles for identity. We think the job we chose was our choice, but maybe it was the one our parents praised. We think the way we act in relationships is natural, but maybe it's what we learned watching the adults in our home. We think the limits we feel are real, but maybe they were taught to us repeatedly until we believed them. The hardest part? Social conditioning is silent. You don't notice it happening. You just wake up one day carrying fears that are not yours, dreams that are not yours, and habits shaped by people who no longer influence your life. Many people live decades in a version of themselves built by others. But here's the powerful truth. Conditioning is not destiny. Once you start noticing the beliefs that were planted in you, you can uproot them. You can challenge them. You can ask, is this really mine? Or did someone place it in me? You're allowed to rewrite the rules that shaped you. You're allowed to say no to inherited fears. You're allowed to break habits that don't reflect your values. You're allowed to stop performing and start becoming. And when you do, something changes. You begin to feel like yourself, maybe for the first time. Breaking social conditioning doesn't mean rejecting your past. It simply means choosing your future consciously. It means watching your thoughts and noticing which ones carry someone else's voice. It means letting go of guilt for not meeting expectations you never agreed to. It means giving yourself permission to grow beyond the limitations that were handed to you. This is one of the most liberating journeys a person can take. The shift from who should I be to who am I really? Once you make that shift, life becomes less about being approved and more about being authentic. Less about performing and more about living. Less about meeting expectations and more about discovering possibility. And maybe that's the purpose of recognizing social conditioning. Not to blame the world, but to finally take ownership of your place inside it. This is what happens when you stop letting others script your identity. You return to yourself. You reclaim your voice. You rewrite your story. And for the first time, your life feels like it's truly yours. And in the end, it's never what we see, it's what's behind.